All right. Down there. Our inventory's almost full. We need to go clean that joint out. Apple Mafia in the building, live from my XIV Ultra. What up, B? What up, homie? All right, let's get this puppy rolling.
Ted, my boy, it's gonna be legend. Wait for it. Dairy. Legendary.
All right. We are live. We are live, but it's good. What's good, B? Welcome in. Welcome anybody else who's also here. Tonight we finish off these alliance raids. Alliance raids are usually 3 sets of fights with a lot of story in between. So we're gonna start pushing through that. I know a lot of people are probably watching the game 4 of the NBA Finals. So if you're lurking, it's cool. Lurk away, but welcome. Chat bot is up, so the stream bot is up, so all the stuff works at the top there. We did add a B. I don't know if you were here the other day. I added a new one. I added a new one for you guys. It's this one. Let's see, exclamation point. IMMA. Got this one for y'all. Hopefully it's working. It don't sound like it is. Bruh. So the stream bot is not. Where's it at? There's that. Okay, there it is. I see it now. See it's there. Why did that not work? Does it work from over here? Exclamation point armor. Nah, I don't hear it. I don't hear it. It should be this one here.
I'm leaving here with something. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
But I don't know. Bot seems like it might not be working. We'll see. Hold on. Let's do another one. Let's try it. No, there. Okay, that one worked. So let's try IMA again. IMA does have a cooldown though, so we can't just pop in and do it. Maybe that's the wrong command. Maybe I'm pushing the wrong command button. Let's see. Actions. Oh. It didn't keep the command. Okay. So. Command trigger, create command again. It disappeared. I know I had this fixed. Oh, let's see. Get this fixed. This was with all sources. Okay. Alright, now that should work.
I'm leaving here with
Okay,
something.
there we go. I got it now.
I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
I'm from around the way. I'm gonna leave here with something. I'm gonna leave here with something, B. B, tonight in this weekend's case of choice, the Paragon by Kadabe. I started rocking it today. The elliptic green Kadabe sheath. Or Kadabe Paragon. That's what we rock it tonight. All right. On the S25 Ultra. I got a lot of random X followers that follow my X but don't follow me on YouTube or Twitch, which is really weird. So there's that. Our friend Celeste is possibly joining us tonight. My wife was going to join, but she forgot her brother is coming in town tonight, and they're supposed to be going out, so she's not joining us tonight. And also, excuse my voice, as you can hear, it is a little bit on the struggle bus, but we gonna get there. We gonna get through the night if it's the last thing we do. I am so confused. Okay, that's that. All right. So I think all commands are back up and working now. So that's cool. All right. So let's jump into this part of the expand of the Alliance Raid story. So to explain my plan, tis believed that the 12 were already worshipped during the third astral era when the Allegan's empire flourished. Come the fifth astral era, those nations that fought in the war of Magi each took one of the 12 as a guardian deity. This practice has continued to the present day in Erosia, with some notable regional differences. For instance, Ishgardians hold Halon as the absolute, while Charlans enjoy a modern relationship with Thalic. It's just running in the background on its own with no. Oh, because I haven't turned it off. Okay. That should be. That's my bad. That was my bad. I got to turn it off when I was fixing it. By the visiting various locations in Erosia and learning about the 12 as they are worshipped, I hope to identify. Hey, what's going on, Lefty? Hope to identify any similarities or differences in between them and being being which we encounter. Lefty, if you're Lefty, hit exclamation point IMMA. Exclamation point IMMA. It's a new one I just dropped. I just did it for the channel because, you know, that's how I feel sometimes. That's how I feel. And by visiting various locations in Erosia and learning about the 12 as they are worshipped, I hope to identify any similarities or differences between them and the beings we encountered. In doing so, I believe we will draw closer to the truth of their identities. Bruh, is it not working again? Hold on. It was just working. This stupid bot. I think I lost the command again. Yeah, it's still there. I don't know why it's not working. Oh. You put MMA. Exclamation point. IMMA. IMMA. Exclamation point IMMA. Let's see. For our first destination, I propose we take ourselves to Ragal's Reach. The place is holy ground. Oh, I not mean to do that. Place is holy ground for worshippers of the Destroyer, and promise to yield useful details. Yeah. Excellent.
I'm like, I'm leaving here with something. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
I'm from around the way. I'm gonna leave here with something. I'm gonna leave here with something. Where are we going? Ragal's Reach. Where did I gotta go? I go back out, bruh. Official, yeah. Appreciate that. I don't know why I was thinking about that. I was like, I gotta add that to the soundboard for the commands. Oh, where are we going? Okay. Yeah, so yeah. We gotta leave here with something. I don't even know what other ones I added since you last been on, Lefty. I think that. Hey, what up, the other? How you doing, baby? Overall, we're doing well. Don't let the voice fool you. I sound sick, but I am not, bro. Okay, that's right. I can't fly in this area. I can drive or ride stuff, but I can't fly. How's things going your way? How's your weekend going? How's your weekend kicking off? B, if you're still in here, Brian, happy Father's Day, happy early Father's Day to you. I don't think the other. Do you have any kids? Because Father's Day is this Sunday. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow night, so I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow night or not. I definitely won't be streaming Sunday. I'm supposed to be hanging out with the family on Sunday. All right. Okay, there you are, Duran. This place served as a base of operations for your investigation into the Omega, did it not? How delightful to be here together. If you don't mind me making an observation, it seems you enjoy traveling with company. I do. It's something I had dreamed for a long time. There's nothing like traveling with a friend. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Chilling and making some fried rice for tonight. Happy early Father's Day to you. Hey, appreciate it, Phil. Appreciate it. For any fathers out there watching, happy early Father's Day to you. Big salute. Big salute. Is that so? What of yourself? Do you normally travel alone? In my wandering, as much as I prefer to have solitude. Not that I avoid people or communities, mind you. As a matter of fact, I've been here before, on the trail of the Phantom Realm. Now that I think on it, more often than not, those places where Phantom Realm sightings are known to occur have a tradition of the 12 worship. Then I dare to hope that we are on the right track. As I am sure you know, Raga's Reach is home to the Temple of the Fist, the ancient headquarters of the first of Raga. Raz and by Mad King Theodoric, the temple lay abandoned there before the Alamegans claimed it for its own operations. I was telling Lefty that my pops has been gone for almost 10 years now. So Father's Day is difficult for me, but my two kids remind me to be thankful nonetheless. Yeah. You gotta pay homage to your dad, right? I'm luckily enough, I still have my dad. You pay homage to your dad and everything that they taught you. I did lose my godfather a couple years ago, or about a year and a half ago. So you go off the things they teach you and will help you grow and will help you help you become the father you're going to be today. And then you got to do the same for your kids, right? You hope that you pass that down to your kids, so that when they become, especially your sons, when they become fathers, that they understand how they should act and how they should treat not just people, but the woman, their kids and everybody else around them. So, that's all we can do, right? Father's Day is probably the most forgotten holiday, because a lot of fathers get bad raps when they shouldn't, and for some reason a lot of us get lumped into it. So I try to hope that I provide some kind of hope that there are good men out there, and that we deserve our opportunity to become good fathers, regardless of whatever situation may be out there. So, yeah, hold on to whatever he gave you. Hold on to whatever he gave you, and you teach your kids those values. Rise and Mad King Theodoric. The temple laid abandoned before Alamigo's resistance claimed it for its own operation. Okay, I read that already. While I doubt that much literature has survived over the years, the people here may possess some knowledge of the local faith. So let us split up and make inquiries, and reconvene here afterwards to share findings. And so those who are unfamiliar with what alliance raids are essentially, so when I do a dungeon, it's usually a 4-man fight, and it's usually like you're taking yourself through a corridor of different fights. Regular raids or trials are the 8-man fights, and then alliance raids are 8-man fights times 3 groups that are like dungeons. So it's like a big dungeon with 24 people. That's the fact I have an 8-year-old princess and a 2-year-old little man. So I do my best for them like my pops did for me. Yeah, that's all you can do, bro. That's all you can do. You do the best for them. You teach them those values that you were taught, and you hope some of it sticks, and that eventually they grow up to be great people. And great is not necessarily how much money they make or what they, if they go to school, finish school or not. It's how they carry themselves day to day through life. They're gonna bump their heads in more ways than one, but you kind of help pick them up and put them back on the right path, and kind of go forward from there. You read the words inscribed on the monument. Okay. A storm of blood approaches fast. Hell opens, heavens weep. For no one's soul doeth lie beyond the measure of his reach. Once upon a time, Lise explained to you their meaning, that we must prepare ourselves for the strife and sorrow that will inevitably come. Okay. Wait, what does this say? Is this a direct message to me? I never know if this is for me. Oh, immature for you. Looking for a party. Okay. I always forget what colors are directed to me versus what colors are directed to other people. I don't play with enough people, right? Regularly too. Like I play with my wife and her friend Celeste, but I don't really outside of that. I really don't have a lot of. Oh, if it isn't Duran, is this man person's a friend of yours? When last he visited, he shared with me the tales he heard on his journey, and what an amazing tales they were. If you have time, I'd love to hear both of your stories. Alas, we are in some haste. We are investigating the worship of Raga and seek literature on the subject, religious texts, and like. Can any still be found here? See, as of today, I finished Wheel of Fate. Oh boy, not even. I finished Wheel of Fate. Not even the Thanos final boss wasn't as tough as the other fights, especially the dust fight in there. I hate that fight so much that I took mine to rank 4. Oh, okay. You hated the dust fight so much you said, you know what? Let me go give some people pain and rank 4 mine real quick. Throw them in the battleground deck. Just about all of it's gone, sadly destroyed by the Emperor, if not the Mad King before that. But we haven't lost everything. The mighty image of the Destroyer, the tales we share at the campfire, like the legends of our nation's founding. We still have these things, and they were a source of great comfort and strength to us in our darkest moments. I see, if you don't mind, I would be obligated to hear your stories this time. Duran, rest assured, I have this well in hand. Feel free to carry on as you were. Okay. So that one's across the way then. So this is a story for the I finished one alliance raid for some of y'all who were here. I finished one of the alliance raids last week, week before last. Oh, scholarly woman. Okay. All right. Exactly what I thought. Kabam's been getting a lot of feedback about that quest, so hopefully they learn eventually. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, bruh. I feel like every time they always took 2 steps forward, they took 3 steps back. They would make something good, and then they would drop back, and then they would make something, they fix something, and then it would break. Something else would break. It's like, bro, you could never really function ahead of that game. Everything ever since COVID, it's kind of been that way. I know the older engine they play on is part of the reason. It's probably some of the server size they have. It's probably some of the reason. But then they're trying to expand the game on the PC without fixing how it performs on their main platform, mobile. So who knows? It's been over a year for me, so I can't even. I just go off what y'all tell me now. It's been over a year, so when I watch Lefty stream or Jay stream or listen to you guys in the comments complaining about things, it's kind of like, I mean, I get it, and to hear it, probably this time next year they'll be talking about A-stars and want y'all to start the grind all over again. Like, yeah, no, I had to get off that wheel. They weren't fixing enough things to make it fun. Continue to be fun, and it's just a lot of. It felt like I just got my 6-star roster up to the point where I felt competitive, and they wanted me to start all over and do it all over again. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm cool. The format of the quest is fine, but the no combos and the fact that they added Dust in there after knowing her special tree lags players' phones is diabolical. Yeah, very much so. Very much so. How do you get people to spend more money? By buying units to do in-game content. Because they nerfed pretty much all farming, right? So you can't go farm anymore. So you can't go out for a week, farm up a bunch of revives, and then be like, all right, cool, let's throw a bunch of revives at it. Nope, they want you to spend money. They tell you that massive reviving is not the way that they want you to treat content after they spend all that time making it. They want you to spend money. If you were spending money to revive, oh, that's fine. There's no problem with that. But revive farming? Nah, you can't go out and revive farm and then just spam revives. That's not how we want you to play the game. Like, yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. You get my time or you get my money. You can't choose for me which one you get, though. Yes, if you have business, please make it quick. I'm due to meet with someone at any moment now. Excuse me. Forgive me my delay. Why, if it isn't the adventurer who kindly escorted me to the Temple of the Fist, are you studying monks too, perchance? Oh, special 2, not special 3. Okay. If so, you ought to work together with me and my colleague here. Few things are finer than joining heads with like-minded folk. Researching the worship of the destroyer, you say? Why didn't you mention it sooner? Voice is cooked. This is a copy of the Destructivity, a script of the Fist of Raga. The original is one of the few texts that survived the temple's razing, and is in the safekeeping of one Professor Eric. Yeah, I will say their logic is not logical. Yeah, it's not. It's not. I went to the trouble of having this made for my colleague, only for her to say she doesn't need it, so I will offer it to you instead. Lest you forget, this is your passion, not mine. I'm simply assisting you as a favor, and I thank you for not putting us in danger. But danger is the crucible in which the monk tempers body and mind. So sublime, monks. Bro, I don't know what I've done this week. My knee is killing. Not knees. Knee. As in one. Hurts. Sitting down. Hurts. Standing up. Hurts. Moving. Hurts. Staying still. Hurts. My knee just hurts. Bro, I'm over here like, if you see me moving a lot, it's because I'm trying to get my knee, my ankle to get moving. Like, bro, it's killing me at the moment. Killing me. Well, we best have returned to our work. Till next time, adventurer. Mike's a little close, I'm sure. Go ahead and move that back a little bit. Now let me know if I'm too muffled now. But appreciate everybody coming by tonight on a Friday night on Game 4 of the NBA playoffs. Pacers versus OKC. It is a close battle right now. It's 46-45 OKC. After the Pacers being up as much as 7. Now they are down by 1. I'm assuming it's a timeout, TV timeout or timeout, because the score hasn't changed in the last minute or so. Okay. Duran, what were you able to learn? A copy of the scriptures, you say. A moment while I skim over it. Bro. I see. This chapter appears to be a record of the construction of the great image of Raga, written in a style that suggests folklore was committed to parchment. When the deluge of the sixth umbrella calamity threatened Erosia, the ancestors of the Alamegans were guided to safety by a comet. Believing that it was sent by Ragar, they came to hold him in the highest. This much of the tale I have been familiar with. But according to the scripture, among those refugees who followed the comet, some claim to have caught sight of Raga himself. Their accounts were passed down through the centuries, and worshippers of the destroyer pieced them together to give them shape to yonder statue. I must say, it bears more than a passing resemblance to the being we encountered. Were that Ragar a primal, the explanation for the similarities would be simple. That is, the statues give us rise to a unified interpretation of Raga's appearance, which in turn lends form to the primal. These chords up here. See, however, this fails to account for what inspired the likeness in the first place. If the scripture is to be believed, it was the sighting during the sixth umbrella calamity. Yet, for those witnessed to be able to recognize Ragar, they would have needed an agreed upon ideal of his appearance beforehand. If we then consider the history of the 12 worship that has already existed in the third astral era, it would not be ridiculous to think that these divinities exist even prior to that. Pacers now down 3 out of the timeout. So the question is, did these beings give raise to their respective faiths, or are they primals born of them? Bro, throat is cooked. I thought we had made it clear we are not summoned beings. Excuse me. Since time immemorial, our domains have an eon scattered across the Erosia. As a matter of fact, one of those in which you set foot is nearby. 'Tis not unusual for mortals to glimpse us. That voice, could they be? Indeed, I am Baragat, and the hawk beside me is Ragar. I shall elaborate upon my master's explanation. We thus disguise ourselves when we wish to observe the world without, for being seen in our true form would violate our laws of conduct. Yet, though we are similarly disguised in our sanctums, vile them in illusion, rents are known to manifest when the surrounding ether is unstable. In such a time, should a gift mortal chance to be near, they may inadvertently catch sight of us. Of course, during an umbrella calamity, etheric imbalance occurs on a star-wide scale, the ideal conditions for seeing the phantom realm. Precisely how many times we have been seen, we ourselves have no way of knowing, but that is a sound assumption to make. Okay. Well, be a God, I believe that much shall suffice by way of for an apology for our deception, shall we? Indeed, that is all we are at liberty to reveal. Fare you well, children of man. Okay, I got a bot on Twitch. It's pretty funny. During ads, he pops up. Sometimes he gives like a question. It gives a question. Sometimes it gives a detail within the within what's going on in the chat. This time I gave a chat detail, which nothing really has happened over on Twitch. Meanwhile, let's catch up on the chat. Chat's been quieter than Stealth Mission in Final Fantasy 14, but the vibe is still epic. Ghost Dog is leading the charge in the myth of realm, and we are all geared unforgettable raid night. Whether you're a seasoned warrior or a curious mage, grab your potions and join the adventure. Let's make some noise and summon the hype. Okay, so that's my bot on Twitch. It's called frostytools.com bot. I think you can change the name to like your bot, like your name if you want it. But I haven't really got into that just yet. So I'm not paying for it as of yet. We'll see how things go. Aside from their repentance where it concerns their identity and objective, these divinities are certainly approachable. If what they said was true and their worship can be traced back to their sighting, it would serve to explain one thing. According to my research in the field of comparative mythology, Ragar is often observed to bear many similarities with Ruma, assuming both were inspired by Raga of the Phantom Realm. Their divergence may be attributed to differences in the culture between man and Silas. I don't know what that is. So I'm not even going to continue to keep trying to pronounce it. So you believe that they gave rise to the prevailing face of the Erosians. Given available evidence, yes, I'm inclined to. Yet none of these explain their presence. How and when did beings of such power come into existence? Oh, 'tis you, Cryo. Has something happened? Truly, very well. I shall take care of it. Cryo has recruited an acquaintance to aid in our investigation, an authority on mythology. I must go and receive her at the Sunken Temple of Quan, where she is currently conducting field work. After a brief detour to prepare a little something. Conveniently, Thanalin is home to countless adherents of Nalthal. While I tend to business, may I ask you to make inquiries in Udal? Very well. Excellent. I will join you as soon as I am able. By your leave. All right, looks like we're heading to Udal. Speak with Derek. So it's true. So it's just you and me then in Udall. I suppose I can't be helped. Okay. All right. Now face of an explorer. I don't know how many quests before you fight, do the next fight. I'm assuming it's a couple. What strange manners for the one who proposed the survey so promptly abandoned it? I'll not lie. I am not giving to working one-on-one with another, but I suppose I agreed to this arrangement. Well, we had best be on our way. As I recall, Milivenus Squarium is still closed for construction, so let us try our luck in Razith Osiri. You have no objection to traveling separately, I trust? Good. I shall see you in Udall. Okay. Heading to Udall. Wait a minute. Let me see what part of Udall we're going to. That's Razahan. Oh, that's because that's the wrong thing. Ha. Ha. I was like, bro, that's the wrong thing. Oh, yeah, we're going to the steps. Okay. We want to make sure we're going to the steps. Again, appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. It is Friday night here in... Just kind of hitting through... I think that's where I gotta go. There's so many blue quests I still have undone here. Excuse me. My knee. My knee is killing me. My knee. You're here. Of the deficit twins, Nal Thal, here they worship Thal, who keeps the realm of the dead and weighs the worth of men's souls. In contrast, Nal keeps the world of the living and oversees their financial fortunes. Their names are borne by many a location in religious organizations. Some extremely wealthy and powerful exist to nurture faith in them. On the surface, it may seem strange that a hub of commerce such as Udall could be home to such spiritual people, but it is actually quite logical when one considers that their region is in essence commerce. In any event, Nal Thal is truly unusually divinity. What was the original held to be one god came to be worshipped as twins. Indeed, rather than two distinct entities, that which we encountered was a single being possessed of two personalities. Did I mishear? Did he just say that they encountered Nal Thal? And while his appearance differs somewhat to the divinities worshipped, it cannot be denied that there are striking similarities in their nature. We're starting to attract attention. Perhaps we should avoid talking about that here. We'll go with the first one. Forgive me, this is hardly the place for such good conversation. Let's continue it elsewhere. Yeah, let's not talk around people, bro. I'm over here tripping. I'm thinking I'm here. 'Twas careless of me to openly speak of our encounter with the divinity within a place where he is worshipped. Hereon I shall exercise greater caution. I thank you for altering me to my indiscretions and ask that you keep it between us. Oh yeah, no problem, fam. Now then, to finish our conversation, as I mentioned, though the Nathal as worshipped by men appeared somewhat different, there are undeniably similarities in their nature. I believe we may report this to Grahatia. With that, our work here is done. Rather than waiting for our companion to arrive, perhaps we might seek him out at the sunken temple. You mentioned needing to make a detour. Were we to set out right now, we ought to be able to catch up to him. After all, we hardly know one another. Rather than loiter with unfamiliar person, 'tis better to use our time productively. Wouldn't you agree? Then let us head to the sunken temple of Quan at once. Okay. Off to the sunken temple of Quan. And a little Alamigo. Alright, we should be hitting a raid soon. Why am I doing this? Why am I? There you go. Let's see. Are you all right? If you hear me, please say something. Oh, okay. That's the person I'm supposed to click on. You're here. Thank goodness. I found this woman collapsed. Though I can see no obvious injuries, by her attire, she appears to be some manner of scholar. Water, food in my bag, please. I see. Duran, may I trouble you to find her bag? I will stay on lookout in the meantime. Chores. Nothing better than to do chores. All right. Examine the bag. You find a skin with a little water left, but there appears to be no provider. For now, you decide to take the water to the woman. Right. Where we at? Take it back over this way. Nope. Back here. So thirsty, so hungry. All right. Give her the water. Okay. Not enough food. I need food. I have not saved dried meat, tough as leather. Do you have anything easier to consume? There's Grahatia. Derek, Duran, what are you doing here? I'm not getting a blister on the back of my foot. That would suck. Actually, that can wait. Steady, Snowman. I've brought you Archon loaf and coffee, made sweet and creamery, just as you like it. Oh. What? Why the weird noise? I am reborn, washed down with a sweet beverage, the life-giving nutrients of Archon loaf, permitted my being from head to tail. I don't know what she's talking about, bro. Thank you, kind stranger. However, you knew my preferred source of substance. You are truly a godsend. Oh, it's you, Raha. What brings you here? I don't recall mentioning my field work. It's for my research into Belgandin's worship of Osman. You see, haven't you heard from Cryo? The students are presently investigating the 12, and we would prevail upon your expertise. May I introduce Snolagim, the expert mythologist. She is a collaborator of the students, and like many, a Charlene scholar, is passionate about her endeavors to put to the point of forgetting to eat. Seeing as she has recovered, may I ask the two of you to tell her about the Phantom Realm? Okay. So now we just talking to some random person we just met. Bro, my throat is cooked. The 12 abide in the Phantom Realm, and you exchange not only words but with them, but blows besides. Incredible. In your description of the domains, a thunderous tower in one hand, and a sweltering city in another, are precisely as heavens of lightning and fire are depicted in legend. Hey, what's going on, Forgotten? In ancient times, worshippers of the 12 believed that there existed 7 heavens and 7 hells. Etheriology has since established that departed souls return to the ethereal sea. But it seems those afterlife domains were more than just inventions of mortal imagination. As a pursuer of myths, I must say it feels somewhat anticlimactic to suddenly have these revelations given to me. But more than that, I'm dying to know more, which is to say, please allow me to join your investigation. Forgotten, how's it going? How's your weekend, fam? We would, of course, welcome your presence. Without further ado, then let us head to the Olympian Opifilius crowd awaits us there. Bruh, these words are trip-up words. Anyway. Okay. You know what? I want to go see what that is. I forgot. Which dungeon was this? Secretary Quan. Okay. Just wondering. Getting back to Reverend's Toll. All right. Hopefully, let's going back to what you call it. We're going to head over to a. All right. There goes Cryo. All right, so the pace is the way the game's going tonight. I give it to the Pacers. If this pace keeps up, this high scoring pace, I'm giving the game to the Pacers. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome, Snowmagan. I am glad you could join us And my voice is starting to cut out, bruh. Cryle, how delightful to see you again. I understand you've been doing a fine job leading the students. But may I say what a lovely place this is. At a glance, this appears to be the highest of the heavens of legend, the seventh heaven. And if those aren't the symbols representing the other heavens, I take it those are the respective gateways. I should like to pay them all a visit. For Slomagan's benefit, let us review what we have learned thus far, and thence deliberate the next step. Okay, so they're gonna tell her what we learned, and then hopefully we are on our way to doing the fight, bro. We're almost an hour in. The story. I could have done some of this off screen. The gods reappeared before us in Raga's reach. Though they were disguised as unassuming creatures, their laws forbid them from showing their true form outside of their realm. Yet, in the event of an ambient ether becomes unstable, such as during an umbrella calamity, it's possible for the realm and indeed the gods themselves to be glimpsed by mortals. And such sightings were believed have given rise to the various faiths practiced throughout Erosia. As we confirmed in Udal, and the Nal-Thal worshipped by people, and the Nal-Thal we encounter here have more similarities than they do differences. In the course of exploring the Ophiuchus, I don't know how to say that word. We're just gonna call it the O. Two things caught my attention. The first is the gate which lies in the innermost area. If each of the other 6 gates leads to an elementally aspect heaven, and we stand in the 7th heaven as let's call her Snow says. What then lies beyond the last gate? Excuse me. The second is this monument. It harbors some manner of magic, unlike anything I've seen before. I will endeavor to decipher it, but it will take time. Divinities that have existed since the immemorial, who abide in our domains, resembling the heavens of legend. Why have they chosen to reveal themselves to mortals seeking battle? Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Why did that play? Why is that playing? Shouldn't be playing, but it played. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Gotta figure that out later on. Alright. Divinities have existed since the time immemorial, who abide in the domains resemble the heavens of legend. Why have they chosen to reveal themselves to mortals seeking battle? Unless they favor us with more of their secrets. 'Twould seem this monument holds the key to solving the mystery. Indeed, much and more yet lies beyond our understanding, but we'll keep chasing the truth together. As I am sure you'll agree, though, This is tiring work, both mentally and physically. We need to pace ourselves. To which end, I suggest we return to Reverend's Toll, have a rest before we embark on the next stage of our investigation. Bruh, we not getting ready to fight nobody right now? Okay. My voice is killing me. I know a lot of the Final Fantasy people say, "Oh, enjoy the ride." Like right now, today, all the ride I want to do is fight. My voice is killing me. It is killing me. The more I fight, the less I talk. So rarely do I get to simply chat with colleagues. I had fairly forgotten what it felt like. What? We used to sit and talk all the time. What are you talking about? Indeed, and it's quite fitting that we should be doing so here at the seventh heaven. Fitting? That is an understatement if I have ever heard one. The seventh and the highest of the heavens, which rules over the remaining six, was right here in Mordon all this time. This isn't fitting, my friends. It's destiny. My brother's knee killed him. The knee is killing me. My voice is killing me. You are obviously well versed in the myths surrounding the heavens and the hells. If you do not mind, I should like to hear your thoughts on them. All right. Invested as they are in their research, it doesn't take much to stroke their passion. My apologies if it makes you uncomfortable. Having always traveled alone, I'm admittedly not too familiar with such a lively atmosphere, but I do not mislike it. By the way, the two of you arrived at the sunken temple rather quickly. Did something happen? Okay. Well, as pleasant as this has been, it's past time to return to the annex. The paperwork for this commission isn't going to complete itself, alas. Bro, my throat is cooked. Then I shall take myself to the O. There's so much there I'd like to see. And I believe I will go for a walk nearby. It's getting a little warm in here. All right, do take care now. Bro, this is not going the way I thought it would go tonight. I'm trying to be invested into this Alliance War story, but usually I kind of just skip through a lot of it. And yeah, tonight I'm wishing I just would have stuck to what I don't really do. Oh, here he is. Oh, Duran, it's pleasant, isn't it? The smell and the sound of the tavern, it makes one feel alive. And afterwards, stepping outside alone and breathing the cool air, I like that just as much. While we await the developments, I shall remain here in Reverend's Toll. If there are any tidings, rest assured I will share them with you. Thank you for your help thus far. I doubt so much could have been accomplished without you. Okay. I honestly am not feeling the fact. I don't get me wrong. I like the story. I feel like it's a lot of filler for the raid itself. A lot of filler. Oh, greetings, Duran. If you've come to ask about developments in our Phantom Realm investigation, then your timing couldn't be better. A short while ago, I received word from Ra, Tia, and Cryle. He and Cryle have completed their preparations in Charlene and are ready to resume field work. Even as we speak, they make their way hither. Let's wait for them together, shall we? Bruh. Ah, there they are. A lot of lads walk so hard because their little legs are just so short. What's wrong with Brad to you? Oh, he's carrying that big, whatever that big thing is on his butt. What in the heavens are you carrying? Right, exactly. This, my friend, is the latest technology marvel to come out of Charlene. I give you the etheric analyzer. Holding it thus, you take measures of the ambient ether. Whose waveform is then recorded by the etheric subscriber at the back, and this provides us with detailed data of the environment, which we can study at our leisure. As you know, the Phantom Realms are hidden by illusions. In order to ascertain their nature, I suggest to Crowd that we record the data with the proper equipment. Alas, said equipment is tremendously cumbersome. Raha has done well to bring it here in one piece, and as expensive as it doubtlessly is, hope we can return it in the same condition. Return it? Yes, to the form. In approving our investigation, they granted us use of the device in addition to the financial backing. Despite the student's greatly reduced scale, the forum has faith in our endeavors. Thus did the approval notice declare. I am proud to say. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm feeling it. I am tired. We owe much of this goodwill to the Scions, yourself not least of all. Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Had to catch on something real quick. That being said, we can't depend on the forums indefinitely. No, we must stand on our own 2 feet again, and it begins with our efforts in this investigation. The 12 are meant to be in Erosia's guardian deities, yet they seek battle with mankind. What could it possibly be that motivates them? Bro, we are asking a lot of filler questions. Can we get on with the investigation? In treating with them earnestly, I'm hopeful that we will find the answer. We're doing a lot of standing around and talking. Well, we should keep Snow waiting. Without further ado, let us join her in the oath. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna lie, my throat is really burning. So I'm probably gonna cut this here. I hate to do that this soon, this quick, but it's been a struggle, and the more I read, the harder it gets. So I'm gonna cut this here. We'll probably pick this up again on the next stream, and that way we can finish it up. Hopefully, it's only 2 more fights, but it's a lot of talking in between the fights. So it's like its own big old story by itself. But yeah, I'm struggling. My throat is really killing me. Let's put this in the discussion slide. I look forward to catching up with everybody again real soon. Again, I apologize. My throat is killing me, and I gotta work tomorrow, so I need to be able to talk tomorrow while I'm at work. And I feel like the more I talk here, I'm gonna wake up and find myself not being able to talk in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. But thank you guys for coming by, hanging out. Hopefully, I don't, like I said, this weekend, I probably won't be streaming all this weekend. Sometimes it gets really rough for streaming. So I try to fit in my normal schedule, Monday, Thursday, Friday. I would have been here yesterday, but my buddy flew into town. And so I promised him that we'd hang out. And it was a good time. So it was damn worth it. I never try to pass up opportunities like that because I've lost too many close friends. And I don't want to lose any, I don't want to let time pass between time of seeing my close friends whenever they're in town or whenever I'm near their city. So that's what I like to do. But okay, until then, it is your boy Ghost Dog signing out. Peace.
Boo, you suck.